UNESCO Ghana Office and representative of the Director General, head of the Ghana Tourism Authority, representative of the Minister for the Ministry of Tourism, Culture, Arts and Culture, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is without exaggeration a great pleasure for me to address you this morning on such an auspicious occasion. For us at the Ghana Commission for UNESCO, that is our new name by the way, we'll be writing to you. This day is an important one for us, as this particular endeavor has been beset with many obstacles, the latest being COVID-19 that prevented us from having this workshop in March. We've worked hard to realize this committee because our experience in helping the various institutions represented comply with requirements of the UNESCO conventions that Ghana has ratified show that often the success of one institution in carrying out its mandate under the conventions is heavily reliant on another. However, the case for a joined-up committee of experts to help Ghana conserve, preserve, and safeguard its heritage goes beyond meeting international standards and requirements. Ghana has of old underscored the importance of conservation, preservation, and safeguarding our natural and cultural heritage. Our Adinkra symbols and its equivalent from other tribes are custodians of the values that we hold dear. Chief among these, and perhaps one of the most used, is Sankofa. This symbol of a bird reaching back to pick an egg in its beak reminds us that in the Akan parlance, Sewure final Sankofa Omuchi, meaning it is not taboo to go back for what we have left behind. Ladies and gentlemen, it is this proverb and the importance that we attach to conservation and preservation, also found in another Adinkra symbol, Pimpamsie, that has brought us here this morning to partake in this important training workshop and the inauguration tomorrow of the Ghana Heritage Committee. It may be counterintuitive, but it is also true that our future depends on how well we guard our past. There is no gainsaying that Ghana's attraction to foreigners is chiefly its culture, its heritage, both tangible and intangible. We are gathered here, ministries, departments, agencies, and civil society organizations because, in our own way, we play an important role as custodians of our heritage. UNESCO's World Heritage Convention, in acknowledging certain sites and customs as unique to a people or place, and therefore highlighting them, makes an important distinction. They state that although a country technically retains official ownership of World Heritage sites within its borders, the sites belong to everybody. These are in effect the heritage of the world, and it behooves us, the said country, as custodians, to safeguard this heritage on behalf of the world. It is against this backdrop that the Ghana Commission for UNESCO, acting within its mandate as a liaison agency between the government of Ghana and UNESCO, brought back a conversation that has long been on the cooker, but perhaps had been sent to the back burner. The importance of a joined-up effort in our conservation approach. Conserving, preserving, and safeguarding our heritage is no doubt a multifaceted task that calls for a similar approach. The lawmaker is as important here as the archaeologist and the environmentalist. Each may be passionate in their work and may find the other's intervention a nuisance. But like yet another Adinkra symbol, a senator crema, meaning the teeth and the tongue, we are all dependent on each other, and the success of our common endeavor depends largely on our ability and indeed on our will to work together. Let me from the outset show the appreciation of the Commission to UNESCO, represented here by the representative of the Director General, Mr. Abdurrahman Diallo, for the seed funding for this important workshop and for their guidance. I would also like to thank the Honorable Minister for Tourism, Arts and Culture for her support throughout this process. I'm also thankful to you for your attendance and urge you to participate fully in this workshop and the subsequent meetings of the Heritage Committee to ensure that our great-grandchildren see and partake in our great heritage. I wish us all a successful meeting. Thank you.
Looking at the list of ministries and people who are expected to be here. And I'm really very glad that at the beginning so many of us are already here. The purpose, as we all know, is to discuss the critical issue of national heritage with particular reference to our country. To start with, national heritage, as we all know, are important historical, cultural, and intellectual properties that belong to a country. And because of their value, they are cherished and passed on from generation to generation. Now, in our country, I can say without any contradiction that when people talk about the heritage of Ghana, many think that these are of no use to us, and the further we move away from them, the better we will be in our quest for progress and development. But all of us who are gathered here know that this is a misconception. And we need to do a lot to disabuse the minds of our citizens to appreciate what we have. Not just to appreciate them, but also to imbibe them. And the things that we see around us, take time to look at them closely and to see how we can make them better. Ghana can boast of a number of heritage monuments and intellectual properties. We often want to go and see what other people have, but not what we have in the country. But if these are preserved, promoted, and made known to our children, the better we will be. And our identity as a nation will also be enhanced. And the place of these heritage sites in national development have not been given a great deal of attention. But we know that a much more needs to be done, especially in our education. I'm a linguist, and I believe strongly that teaching the Ghanaian languages at the beginning of our children's education will help them to understand and appreciate our cultural heritage. It is well known that multilingualism is an asset. The more languages you can speak, the better you are in various situations. It's also been recognized that multilinguals tend to have stronger cognitive abilities, and they are also versatile in their understanding of issues and putting themselves in the shoes of other people. So we want to encourage our children to learn our languages and also to cherish the other cultural and intellectual properties that we have. Well, I know that I'm preaching to the choir, so I will just thank you very much for inviting me to chair this function. I'm looking forward to a very meaningful engagement, and in the belief that in the end, the outcomes set out for us will have been achieved. And I need your cooperation also to be able to steer this function to a successful end. Thank you very much.
And culture and heritage which bring us all together today. I wish really to recognize the presence here of the Chief of Staff. Madam Chief of Staff, it is an honor and we are very proud to have you here. And your presence demonstrates, if needed, a select group of people from diverse fields and sectors with UNESCO support to constitute the Ghana Heritage Committee, which aims to advise government on heritage and its related matters within the framework of the UNESCO Conventions on Culture and other related and relevant conventions. Discussions with Ghana on the need for a Heritage Committee began in Paris a few years ago, and today we are seeing many months of hard work and planning materialize. I do commend Ghana for this, and especially the Ghana Commission for UNESCO that will be housing the Secretariat. It is of important note that this under the auspice of the presidency, and it shows again the importance Ghana is attaching to this committee and to the culture and heritage agenda. We are all very much aware of the transverse nature of culture and the role it plays as it reaches all areas of our lives. The Sustainable Development Goals recognize this as a human-centered approach to development and encourage its integration into global, regional, and national development plans. We see such efforts in Ghana's medium-term development framework. The cultural and creative sector is vibrant here in Ghana. This is evident in the individual brilliance of the creative and cultural people and government's effort to show to the rest of the world Ghana's shared heritage that can be packaged and translated into various forms of sustainable tourism. However, having had many stakeholders and sector consultation meetings, it is clear that there are challenges which needs to be addressed. Challenges of coordination, culture and creative sector governance, information sharing data, responding to periodic reports related to the conventions, taking up opportunities the conventions presents, capacity building issues, funding challenges, etc. Ghana has a lot to share with the rest of the world. Apart from the built heritage that you all know, the forts and castles, or the Asante traditional buildings. Actually, the Asante traditional building, the Second World Heritage Site listed, are not enough, I would say, branded and known for the visitors here. And you have to remind that these are the last remaining testimony of the unique architectural style of the great Asante Kingdom. So apart from these two World Heritage Sites that are listed on the World Heritage under the 1972 Convention for the Protection of Culture and Natural Heritage, you have the potential of this list, the sites that are on the tentative list. but this list, which was visited and updated in 200, will need a second update to see which sites can be added or adjusted or amended on the previous list. Ghana is able also to have labels, site of memory, related to the slave trade on its many locations in the country from north to south. The 2003 Convention on the safeguarding on the intangible cultural heritage is yet to be fully implementing, offering opportunities to preserve and safeguard the many traditional intangible elements such as the one in textiles, music, dances, and possible recognition on the heritage list. Under the 2005 Convention on the protection and promotion of the diversity of culture expression, there is ongoing support. Madam Minister of Culture, support for Ghana Culture's policy that has been under review and yet to restart work. Ghana Years of Return and Beyond initiatives, PanaFest and other festivals could certainly be boosted by working on these conventions and what they offer, making Ghana an important destination of choice. One of Ghana's cities could also become a creative city and part of the creative cities network, which many opportunities for the population. So I've just tackled the three conventions, 1972, 2003, 2005, but you have the other convention dealing with the under cultural heritage, the 2001 that Ghana ratified also, and the many others dealing with the protection of cultural objects and cultural property. We really welcome the transversal approach, which bringing departments from all the sectors. We're happy to see departments such as the environment, science and technology, or land and resource and others. It shows and offers the opportunity to add also to the tourism package the other natural areas such as biosphere reserves and gueoparks. Madam Chief of Staff, distinguished guest, as we all know, the cultural sector has been very impacted by COVID-19 pandemic, which posed a lot of challenges. A complete impact assessment of the whole sector needs to be undertaken, and which will provide detailed information for the ministry and other partners to be able really to support the sector, as it is obvious that a large section are within the informal sector that may need to be formalized. So these are shared to get the attention of the Ghana Heritage Committee, whose establishment today is primarily to provide advice, technical advice to the government, ministry, and those agencies responsible for the implementation of the various conventions in the Republic of Ghana and challenges faced by the sector, and particularly primarily the Minister of Culture, National Commission of Culture, and various specialized agencies. It is clear that Ghana's resolve at setting up a heritage committee should therefore help in addressing the cultural governance challenges, better preserve, conserve, safeguard its heritage and sustainably manage, and make use of its cultural potential, resources and creativity, which are given expression under the UNESCO cultural and related conventions. It is important to know that there is no one-size-fits-all approach in such an endeavor. In learning from others, Ghana can create its own form that works and addresses the country's needs. As a reminder, UNESCO's main objective in culture is to protect heritage along with its important values. It is also to foster cultural diversity and creativity while facilitating intercultural dialogue to ensure that there is culture of peace. UNESCO is therefore willing to support government in the journey of rolling out the work of the Ghana Heritage Committee. I wish to thank our UNESCO trained facilitator for availing himself to help Ghana with the training of the members of the committee in spite of the many constraints in air travel. So he has been able to come. We wish to thank him for his contribution. I wish the Ghana Heritage Committee team success in its endeavor. Stay reassured of our mobilization to continue to support the people of Ghana in this journey. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you, Madam Chairman, Professor Anidogu, the Chief of Staff, colleague Minister for Tourism, Arts and Culture, the Secretary General of the National Commission, the Resident Director of UNESCO Ghana, invited guests, committee members. I am excited to be here today as Chairman of the Ghana National Commission for UNESCO to join the Chief of Staff, Madam Fremont Parry, and the Honorable Minister for Tourism, Arts and Culture, Honorable Barbara Otunjesi, to officially inaugurate the much anticipated high-level Ghana Heritage Committee. Ghana is blessed with a plethora of heritage sites, archaeological, historical, and memorial sites, memory sites. Popular amongst them are the forts and castles and the Asante traditional buildings. Indeed, there are many others that are listed on the Ghana's tentative list under the UNESCO World Heritage Convention. Regrettably, there are many sites in Ghana that have not been given much attention in their development and the promotion of their aesthetic value towards tourism. For instance, in 1952, the popular archaeologist Professor Oliver Davis embarked on a nationwide tour, during which he identified over 1,000 archaeological sites in Ghana. Unfortunately, most of these heritage sites have been destroyed by farming and other forms of human activities in our pursuit for survival. In today's development paradigms, a place of heritage is critical for human sustainable development. As a result, the United Nations has intricately interwoven culture in the SDG, mandating countries to adopt development plans and programs towards the achievement of the SDGs and promoting the country's heritage. Madam Chair, the establishment of the Heritage Committee in the light of recent developments around the country's heritage properties, in particular the forts and castles, will afford the country the needed platform to engage all stakeholders on matters relating to our heritage. I have no doubt in my mind that the eclectic nature of the committee, as well as the retinue of experts serving on it, will work very hard to ensure that the country's heritage is properly managed and promoted, not only for international and domestic tourism, but also ensure that they meet the needs of the current generation without compromising their ability to meet the needs of the future generation. I am certain that the Commission, through its Secretariat, will work closely with the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture to ensure that the committee will at all times get the necessary resources to effectively carry out their work. Congratulations to all members of this high-level Heritage Committee. I wish you the very best in your endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. I'll now invite Honorable Barbara Otunjesi, Minister for Tourism, Arts and Culture, to make a statement.
Our special guest of honor, Madam Chief of Staff, Honorable Frema Opari, the chairperson for the occasion, Professor, my colleague Minister of the Minister of Education, Matthew Poku Prempe, the representative of UNESCO, Director General and of the Head Office, UNESCO Ghana, Mr. Diallo, the Chief Directors of the ministries here present. It is really heartwarming to be here as the Minister for Tourism, Arts and Culture, and this important segment of the workshop, which opened yesterday, to set the stage for the launch of a National Heritage Committee. And I'm excited to be associated with this workshop to mark the inauguration of the Ghana Heritage Committee, spearheaded by UNESCO. Madam Chairperson, may I congratulate the Ghana Commission for UNESCO for initiating and facilitating this great move in the culture and heritage sector in our country. We wish to encourage the Commission to continue with their liaison function to help support the ministry in its activities. I also extend appreciation to all the participating institutions for their unflinching support for the establishment of this committee. I have no doubt that your continuous efforts will assist the Ghana Commission for UNESCO and the ministry in establishing the overall purpose of the committee. I also believe that the maiden training workshop for the National Heritage Committee has generated enough impetus which will resonate in our various institutions and sectors to create the needed synergies for the work of the committee. And I'm confident that everyone here shares a fervent hope and belief that the insights and energy from this workshop will yield the positive effects and results for our cultural, natural, and historical heritage. The potential of heritage resources as an economic tool for national development has been long recognized, but unfortunately, this potential has not been fully explored and utilized. The Ghana Heritage Committee will serve as a channel for gathering views and concerns from stakeholders and also acts as an advisory body to governments and specifically the ministry. It is envisaged that the Ghana Heritage Committee will help shape policy and other measures that will enable the country to carry out a comprehensive stocktaking of our heritage resources for their full inclusion in our national development policies and strategies. Primarily, therefore, the work of the committee is to be the principal national guide in identifying, protecting, and preserving our national heritage. This will involve input and support from the UNESCO World Heritage Center, the Government of Ghana, our development partners, CSOs, as well as the multi-sectoral organizations represented here. Most importantly, the Ghana Heritage Committee's work must also contribute to the generation of solutions and opportunities that will help resolve the many developmental and economic challenges facing our country, especially the poorest and most vulnerable in society. Ghana has a strong competitive edge with heritage resources comprising of tangible and intangible resources. Paramount among these resources are the well-known castles, forts, Ashanti traditional buildings, forests and nature reserves. Although Ghana as a country has taken some important actions towards preserving some of these heritage resources, many more heritage sites scattered across the country are in a deplorable state. The need to address this situation has been the focus of this workshop, to preserve these heritage resources for future generations, as well as to serve our current needs. This is especially important as we work towards making Ghana the preferred heritage destination for our global African family. Ladies and gentlemen, your attendance and participation in this workshop and your work through the National Heritage Committee will ensure that Ghana achieves the optimal results to stand tall amongst the Committee of Nations in this noble endeavor. Be assured that the Ministry is committed to supporting the committee in this direction. I'd like on this note to congratulate all the members of the committee and wish you well in your endeavor. Thank you very much for your attention.
And Chairman of the National Commission for UNESCO, Honorable Minister for Tourism, Arts and Culture, Representative of UNESCO Director General, Mr. Diallo, Chief Directors, Heads of Agencies, UNESCO Heritage Experts, Mr. Kamamba, Friends of the media, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is an honor for me this morning to inaugurate this high-level interministerial heritage committee, which I'm told is the first of its kind in Africa, south of the Sahara. I am excited about the establishment of this committee because it is in line with government's agenda of ensuring that Ghana's heritage, identity, and are safeguarded, preserved, and promoted, not only at the local level, but globally as well. Going through the just adopted draft statutes of the committee, which outline the tasks ahead and the expertise it brings to bear, I have no doubt in my mind that many experts from diverse institutions identified to serve on this committee will help develop strategies, policies, and programs related to heritage conservation, preservation, presentation, interpretation, and promotion to foster intercultural dialogue and promote tourism for sustainable development in the country. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this committee is expected to provide technical advice to the government through their respective ministries, departments, and agencies on matters relating to the country's cultural and natural heritage, as well as the designation and conservation of properties and sites of heritage value for the country. I think you may have noticed that I was very stressed. We expect that the work of this committee will help achieve the sustainable development goals. I think our president is a promoter of the sustainable development goals, so you have a role to ensure that this work contributes to the work that he's supposed to do, and that Ghana showcase also another area that the sustainable development goals are being practically manifested. I want to, at this stage, also thank UNESCO and assure UNESCO that the government of Ghana will ensure the sustainability of this committee by providing the needed resources and guidance towards the effective coordination and implementation of the UNESCO cultural conventions in the country. I furthermore commend the Ghana National Commission for UNESCO for initiating this great move for the establishment of such a high-level National Heritage Committee in Ghana, and also the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture, the Ghana Museums and Monuments Board, and the Ghana Tourism Authority for their unwavering commitment in protecting and promoting the country's tangible and intangible cultural heritage. On this note, ladies and gentlemen, I really wish you well. I think this is a very worthy program that you are embarking on, and I want to reassure you that government will support you adequately to carry on this very important assignment on behalf of Ghana and humanity. Thank you.